Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm reviewing the 1933 horror film Mystery of the Wax Museum, starring Lionel Atwill and Fay Wray, most notably. Of course, this film was the original version of the House of Wax movie, which came out like 20 years later with Vincent Price. And I previously reviewed that movie, so please check it out on my YouTube channel if you haven't. Of course, but the Mystery of the House of the Wax Museum was the original version, and it's pretty much the same plot. I mean, it didn't really vary that much between this version and the Vincent Price remake, but the only difference is that the person who was like tracking down the what's going on, the mystery that was going on, and the murders and stuff, instead of being a man or a cop or a male reporter, it was a woman reporter. And it was not Fay Wray, Fay Wray's character. It was another character. Her roommate was the one who was the actual reporter, and Fay Wray just played her roommate. And this movie came out the same year as King Kong did. So which movie was more famous, this one or King Kong? To go with Fay Wray and King Kong, even though she does scream in this movie as well. Of course, this movie does have, even though it's almost exactly the same as the remake, what it is Lionel Atwill plays a sculptor, and he sculptures wax in the Wax Museum in London, and his partner, who gets annoyed at the wax, he put up all this money for the Wax Museum, and the museum wasn't making much money, so he decides to burn down the Wax Museum with both of them in it. Even though the guy whose idea this was to burn down the Wax Museum dies, the sculptor, or the Waxworks sculpture, I guess, played by Lionel Atwill, he lives, and because he's so disabled that he can't do the Wax Museum, he can't physically do it anymore, so he has to tell his assistant how to do the Waxworks figures, and there's some crazy murders going on, and what Lionel Atwill does, he takes the murder victims, put them in a vat of wax, and he makes them into the Waxworks, preserves them into actual Waxworks figures. And the lady reporter was the one who actually figures it out, and they stopped him at the end to save Fay Wray's life, because she was going to be the next one to go into the vat of wax, and they throw the crazy sculptor into the vat, and he dies. And that's pretty much how, and the crazy thing is that the reporter was constantly fighting with her boss, and they get engaged at the end of this movie. Of course, there are a couple of I know I went by the review pretty quick, because there's not really much to say about this film, because I like the Vincent Price version better than this one, even though this version has Fay Wray in it and Lionel Atwill, two very good actors. But I prefer the Vincent Price version better, because that is the better version of the House of Wax films. And I know recently there was a remake, I think like 2005 or something, or 2007, there was another remake, which I haven't seen. I've seen the Vincent Price version and the original version, which I'm discussing in this video. And the Vincent Price version is the better version. No question about it. But there are a couple of flubs in the original Mystery of the Wax Museum. One of them is the fact that when Fay Wray is down in the basement, and there's this bunch of, like a secret opening, when these, there's like a whole bunch of boxes or crates are stacked up, and they have them to move out of the way, and behind it you see like a secret tunnel, and there's no explanation for that. And you don't see that, and actually Fay Wray screams as she runs up the stairs, and you'll never see that again in the rest of this movie. There's no explanation for this thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then there was another flub where it was revealed that Lionel Atwill's character was actually wearing a wax face mask. And Fay Wray hits it, and the whole mask is supposed to come off when she hits Lionel Atwill in the face. Only a part of it came off, so Fay Wray had to take the whole mask off, wax mask off of Lionel Atwill's face to reveal what it really looks like underneath. That's 2 flubs, and these 2 flubs, and there was another flub where there was one because of the hot camera lights. They couldn't use actual waxwork figures in this film, so they had actual people pretending to be wax statues. And if you look close, one of the women's eyes were blinking. Like my eyes are blinking now. Her eyes were blinking. If you look close, her eyes were blinking. And I mean, there's like 3 flubs in this movie. So if you ever watch Mystery in the Wax Museum, you see those 3 flubs. But if you want to see a good Wax Museum movie, just watch the Vincent Price version, House of Wax. That one is the best version of the story, and that one was actually also a 3D. That version as well. But this one was okay. I mean, I was bored watching this movie because it's the same. It's literally the same plot as the 19. So, well, you can say the 1953 version is exactly the same plot as Mystery in the Wax Museum, but that one was better because they had Vincent Price in it. It was after the original horror genre when you're with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi and those guys. Vincent Price took over the mantle in the 1950s and the early 60s. He was like the master of horror for that generation. So that's my review of the movie Mystery in the Wax Museum. Please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at WileyC.com. It's all WDY.C.com. Homepage and Rowley reviewer Christine Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.